I've got a whole bunch of DIs I paid a million zillion dollars for. Let's see what the best one is.
Alright, Earthlings, Ruprecht here. Now we're going to do the same thing that we did with the clean tone and just go through all our DIs and see which one is the best for distortion. So let's jump right in here. This is the Manly Solid State High Z. Let's go ahead and check that out. Alright, not bad. Now let's check out the Vintech. Okay, now that one sounded quite a bit different than the Manly. Let's just kind of bounce back between those two just for a second here. The Vintech sounds a lot more upfront, and for this particular instance, I like that more. All right, now we're going to jump down here to the Manly Solid State Low Z, and we'll see what that does. Okay, I'm digging that. It's not as upfront as the Vintech. Seems like it's kind of in between the Manly Solid State, the High Z, and the Vintech. Okay, now let's check out the Manly Tube. Let's see where that gets us. Okay, and just for fun, I want to bounce back and forth between the Manly Solid State Low Z and the Tube here. We'll see what we get. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of difference there. All right, now let's check out the API. Okay, that sounds really, really similar to the Manly Solid State High Z for this high gain stuff. Okay, now let's check out the Focusrite. Again, there's not as big of a difference really going on. It seems like that Vintech so far is standing out as the most different, and I like it the most so far. So let's see what the Octane has to offer here. Okay, now that is pretty funny because it doesn't sound that much different than the Focusrite or the API. So, and that's like a pretty cheap. So, whatever that tells you. Okay, and here is the Apogee DI. So, there wasn't a pre involved when making this DI. Let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, sounds a little loose, but I could probably use it. I could work with it. Let's go back to that Vintech one more time. Let's just listen to that. Okay, now after having some perspective on that, I don't think I like the Vintech quite as much as what I thought when I first listened to it. So that's the funny thing about this whole business is that they're so similar that if you don't just jump around and listen to the different ones like immediately, like I'm pausing and talking, so it kind of resets my brain. But they sound pretty similar. They're all usable. Let's check out this Mainly solid state. I'm just gonna kind of bounce around here real quick so I can get a really good opinion for you. I'm going with the API. To me, it just sounds the meanest. It may not be the clearest, but it's got something to it that I think I could get in there with some EQ and maybe boost some upper mid range. And I think I'd be right where I want to be. So I'm going with the API. Brandon will probably disagree with me, but that's my opinion. So you guys got the clips. Go ahead and tear them apart. Ruprecht out. Meow.